And here we go. Welcome. It's DocSwiner. Welcome to Ask the Doc on PeriGirlsTV. Come on in. Hi, Lucky Guy Nola. Welcome. Join in. Hello, hello. Glad to see you guys. Web Evie. Hello, Perry Girls. Hi, guys. Hi, Michelle Hayward. Perry Sisters. Welcome. Hi, thank you for inviting followers. I'm trying to invite followers now on my Facebook. Get them in the door. Welcome, guys. Hi, welcome, Ricard305. Hello. Thank you so much for joining and liking and sharing hearts already. I'm going to flip my camera around. Hello. Welcome. It's DocSwiner. Hope you all are doing well today. Make sure I'm good to go. DocSwiner, DocSwiner. I am your Superwoman Complex expert and PeriGirlsTV live broadcaster. We're today going to talk about beating the holiday blues. Beating the holiday blues, like you're taking notes. Welcome, welcome. Hello, NYC. Welcome. Welcome to PeriGirlsTV. I am Dr. Nicole Swiner. I am your Superwoman Complex expert, women's health expert, medical health, mental health, women's health, etc. The blues of the holiday. And we're going to talk about how we're going to beat them, Michelle. We're going to beat them. Beat the blues. Treat the blues. Prevent the blues. All that good stuff. So thanks for joining us for our half hour. Hi, Perry Girls. Welcome. If this is your first time joining the Perry Girls, welcome, welcome. This is a phenomenal group of how many strong, guys? 11,000? That's what I always average it out to. Beat them blues. Hey, Milton, Tyler's daddy. 11,000, nearly 11,000 strong women and their supporters on Periscope, social media, live broadcasting, etc. Join us at perigirls.com, and usually my folks will throw up the website so that you can join our group, be inspired. Hi, Cheryl, welcome. Be inspired, be supported, be motivated. Hi, cousin Wanda, I see you. There you go, perigirls.com. And we have wonderful TV live broadcasting programs and shows that are going on through the week. I know I can't help but print my hair a little bit throughout the week. So there, excuse me. There you go, pgtvguy.perigirls.com. Hi, shows you all of our wonderful lineups that we have going on throughout the week. So I'm your medical health, mental health, women's health expert. We have a real estate show. We have a yoga show. We have a cooking show. We have a grant writing show. So many things out there to share good, free information. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm usually in my hair a little bit, so... Thank you. As Perry Girls is saying here, please swipe and share out. Invite your followers on Twitter and Periscope. This is good information, and I'll go ahead and throw out my medical disclaimer. So I am a board-certified family medicine doc. So that means I treat and see people from the cradle to the grave. This is the way that I treat my patients, and I follow these rules as much as I can for myself. But if you have your own personal issues and challenges, please make sure that you talk to your doctor, your physician, your medical provider about what's going on with you. That's my disclaimer. But again, this is what I talk to my patients about and how we treat ourselves. So I'm hoping that you'll get something good out of this this broadcast. Thank you so much for sharing. Lots of folks in the room. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying the holiday season so far. I hope Thanksgiving was enjoyable if you celebrate. And I'm hoping that, the rest of the holiday season will be pleasant. But clearly, as a family doc, I end up seeing many, many patients, and many patients come in with mental health issues and challenges. And when we did our broadcast last week, I had a specific question about the SAD disorder, SAD syndrome. Does anyone know what SAD, SAD stands for? Can you throw that out there in the messages? Welcome, everybody. Michelle Hayward says, who's one of our other wonderful Perry Girl broadcasters and sisters. No, you don't know what SAD stands for? Think about it. Let's say, if I give you some hints, it happens only during specific times of the year. There you go. WebEV got it. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD for short. SAD. That makes sense, right? You can remember that. So someone asked me specifically about that last week when we did our talk, and we talked, had nothing to do with our talk that we talked about last time, which was mostly about sex and sexual health and the positives and negatives about sex, etc. Yeah, you got it, Web, Evie. But, clearly people are dealing with challenges during the holiday season. The holiday season isn't, I have a little glitter there. I'm sparkling on y'all today. Black girl magic. Shut up, Milton. See, I got too excited. I'm back. So how to beat the holiday blues by being silly and sprinkling your glitters and breaking your equipment. Back to it. But no, the holiday season can be very difficult and challenging for a lot of people for many, many reasons. And SAD, disorder or syndrome, is one of the, we have a troller. Get them, guys. SAD can be something that we deal with on a seasonal basis, particularly during the holiday season, because of a lot of different things. So let's think about it. Most people during this time of the year, from fall to winter, have this disorder. And the way it's defined is as a depressive disorder. So think about the usual signs of depression, right? We got him, Milton. Don't worry about it. Don't call Rick Swiner, Milton. We got him. Depression that happens, with things like fatigue, hopelessness, sadness, decreased concentration. We'll talk about more of those symptoms as we go on, because we'll talk about kind of depression separately. But SAD syndrome happens during a specific time of year, usually during the fall and the winter. And it can affect, they say, I looked on the web right before we got on a medical site that says more than 3 million people in the U.S. are affected by this disorder. So many people go through this on a seasonal basis, and it hits around, of course, the holiday times. Some theories or hypotheses have to do with the fact that it's, colder, more dreary, depending on where you live, more rainy, more gray. It gets darker earlier, so less sunlight, less UV ray exposure, right? There you go, Michelle Swab, you got it. Welcome. Thanks for participating. So yes, it gets darker early. The days are shorter. Even during the daytime, there may not be a whole lot of sunshine depending on where you live, right? And we need that sunshine. We need that stimulation, that light to shine to the back of the retina to give us those good, pleasurable feelings. We need that. And so that, along with, people struggle for different reasons during the holidays, whether it's still grieving over the loss of loved ones, or, RIP to Alan Thicke's family. I hate death in general, but I definitely hate it more during the holiday season, because then it's harder to forget. You're reminded every holiday season that those loved ones are no longer there. And yes, Milton, I saw you. We definitely need that vitamin D. We need to use those UV rays, financial stressors. That's right. Company layoffs. You're right. Freebird is asking about photosensitive people. Yeah, sunblock 70, I think anything greater than 35 is what you need in sunblock. But during the winter, we generally don't have that problem. We're trying to get more sunlight. So yes, all of these things, hello, yeah, welcome Erica to the group, can cause seasonal affective disorder. It generally happens within this amount of time. But the good news is, usually by the time spring rolls around, it's gone. So there is light, literal and figurative light at the end of the tunnel. So hold on. If you know that you are this type of a person, this type of a patient, hold on. There is hope right around the corner if you can get through this time. So let's talk about, so if SAD is depression during a particular season, let's talk about the signs of depression. Y'all throw out some signs. Hey, Heart Tribes, thanks for welcoming folks. Y'all throw out some signs of depression. There's a little acronym that we use in the medical field called SIGI-CAPS. Starting all the letters of that acronym: sleep, yep. Lethargy, absolutely. Sleeping all day, yep. Sunshine lamps, yep. That's one particular way to fight the SAD disorder, Cheryl. That's great. You can actually buy lamps. Drinking. Tell me about the drinking, Milton. What do you mean? That's a sign? Or is that a treatment? Is that a self-medication? Feeling withdrawn, hygiene. Decreased hygiene, withdrawal. That's right. Y'all are getting all these. So SIGI-CAPS, right. So eating too much. Very good, Erica. SIGI-CAPS is an acronym we use in the medical field, and I'll spell out the letters for you. You've gotten a lot of them in different, yes. S, the first S stands for sleep. That means either sleeping too much or not sleeping enough. I stands for interest, losing interest in those things that we would normally do, being hateful. Yeah. G stands for guilt. Guilt. Many of those with depression feel guilty for even having depression. They feel like they should be performing at a different level, doing more than they're supposed to be, but they just can't physically and emotionally just can't do it. The E is for energy. Y'all mentioned that, feeling fatigue, loss of energy, loss of motivation. C is concentration. Side note. So of course I see a lot of patients with ADD, ADHD, whether they're adults or children. Yes, both children and adults can have attention disorder. Concentration. When patients come in, particularly adults, when they come in and say, I can't concentrate, I think I have ADD. I need Ritalin, I need Concerta. You have to be very careful because sometimes you can't concentrate because you're depressed. So you have to be very careful, and it takes, people, tend to self-diagnose themselves a lot, whether it's watching Good Afternoon, Michelle, welcome, talking about being the holiday blues. People see things on the web or they see things on TV and they say, they do a quick checklist on WebMD and they say, I have ADD, I need Ritalin. When in fact, if you dig deeper, you go talk to your professional, you have a conversation, they do different types of screening tools, you actually find out you're depressed. And we treat that in a completely different way. You don't want to give someone Ritalin who's depressed. It will backfire, and vice versa. You don't want to give a depressed person an ADHD medication without the right type of follow-up and monitoring, because that can backfire on you. So that was a side note about concentration. So if you're just joining us, welcome again. I'm Dr. Swiner. We are talking about beating the holiday blues. Adderall, generally speaking, Michelle, works for ADHD, but not depression. Adderall, as you may know, is related to Ritalin and all those things, Concerta, Strattera. That helps just mostly with focus and concentration, does not necessarily affect mood. Substitute for vitamin D delivery for photosensitive people. We talked about some of the lights. There are UV lights that you can purchase to get vitamin D, or you can just take vitamin D in an oral form to help your vitamin D. Okay? All right, let's go back to Siggy Cap. So we're talking about beating the holiday blues. We're talking about the symptoms of depression. Siggy Cap. So we went through SIGEC. A, appetite, either decreased appetite or increased appetite. Who in here is a comfort? If you're, this is a safe place. If you are honest enough, how many of you are comfort eaters? I'm gonna raise my hand. I eat for comfort. It can, and Cheryl, some people have a flattening affect or a flattening of their mood with Adderall, but Adderall does not treat depression. I'm a comfort eater. Michelle, you're one? Yep. Comfort Eaters Anonymous. Yep, I am. So some people eat for comfort, but like Michelle says, some people have decreased appetite and don't eat when they're feeling depressed. So both, either up or lower. Yeah. Now you are, why did I change that? Now you are what? Are you still talking about the vitamin D free bird? During the holiday, become a comfort eater. Yeah, I think we all do, Erica. So that was A. P is psychomotor, meaning movement. Most of us get a lower, are they still using Wellbutrin for cessation? Yes, they are using Wellbutrin for smoking cessation. Yeah. Psychomotor, so movement. Generally speaking, with depression, there is a slower movement, lower motivation to get up and go. You feel like you don't have that same pep, psychomotor, decrease. Okay. The last S is, of course, suicide, suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation, comfort eater, especially with sugar-free. Yep. Sugary foods. I mean, it's a good drug. Sugar is a drug. Miss Powell Biz. Hey, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for sharing, Erica. Thank you for inviting followers. Yes, sugar is a good drug. I mean, it feels good. It sits on all those little feel-good receptors in the brain, those dopamines and endorphins and all that. It's real. And a lot of us are addicts. I mean, it's big. So yes, a little bit of sugar is good. Try not to overdo it. Definitely try to get active to burn off that sugar. So Siggy Caps, right, as Erica shared, those are kind of the main symptoms that we in the medical field look for in terms of depression. And the general rule of thumb, there's always special cases, special circumstances, and not everyone fits this perfect box all the time when it comes to that. But in general, if you have 5 of those symptoms consistently for 2 weeks, theoretically, you have depression and we need to talk and be treated. And my nerves before I started to eat what I'm saying. Yeah. Freebird, I blame hormones on everything. So yes, after 40 into our 50s, all that hormones start to get in the way, and we're not the same people. We change the way we adjust to things, the way that we handle stress, all of that can change. So yeah. Who knows? So let's talk about how we handle it. So let's say we have seasonal affective disorder. Let's say we have depression. Let's say that we have anxiety and we're stressed out and all of that during this time, this season, during the holidays. What can we do? Hi, welcome. The price is right. I don't know what you mean, angry all the time. Yeah, what can we do? How do we fix it? Throw out some ideas. How do we beat the holiday blues? How do you beat the holiday blues? And I'll tell you what I do and what I talk to my patients about. Meditate. Excellent, Michelle. Good. Helping others. Good. We talked about these in some of the other weeks. Yeah. This is how I try to avoid the superwoman complex. The superwoman complex is my niche, and this is how we talk about avoiding all that. Work out. Absolutely. I'm trying to do Zumba tonight. Cry and pray. Erica, sometimes you got to cry it out. That's right. A good cry never hurt nobody. Got to cry it out, and definitely prayer. Get your rest, people. Yes. Sleep. Wellbutrin. Yes. Medications. Oh, good for you, Heart Tribes, doing spinning. Yes. Wellbutrin medications. Yes, we have them. They are useful. Go to your doctor and talk about the risks versus the benefits. Talk about the potential side effects and complications. You want to make sure you're picking the right one that is in tune with your body, or if your mom or your sister or your auntie took a particular medicine for mood that worked well for them, it may also work well for you because, we have similar genetic makeup. So yes, talk to your doctors about medications. Okay. Yep. So, people sometimes medications get a bad rap. Treadmill and walking trails, probably the same thing. I would say if you like nature and you enjoy visually seeing things that are calming, you probably want to go outside and do trails. I missed that last statement. I'm sorry, guys. Surround yourself with support. Yep. So medications often get a bad rap. They're not all bad. Not only are they not all bad and very effective at times, but you also don't have to necessarily take them forever. So know that you can put a time stamp on, okay, I only want to take this for 3 to 6 months, or only want to take this for the SAD disorder. If I know that from October to January, things are hard for me, that's when I want to be on my Wellbutrin or my Effexor or my Zoloft, and then I want to come off and manage my own issues on my own, and that's fine. That's true, but pick someone that's good, pick someone that is very knowledgeable. I've been in this medicine game for 10 years now, so I know what works for people, what doesn't work for people. I have multiple alternatives. If this one doesn't work, then we try this one. So don't give it a bad rap. Go and talk about it first, okay? All right. But yes, there are other ways to treat mood disorders, and I think we mentioned a lot of them already. We mentioned meditating, prayer, working out, going outside, getting the ultraviolet rays, buying a sunshine light, all of that. Therapy. So if you don't necessarily want to take medications, there is counseling and therapy, which you can get from your ministers, from your pastor, if they do pastoral ministry, or counseling, natural therapies. That's right. So name some natural therapies, Michelle, if you know some. But counseling and therapy, if you go and talk to a psychiatrist, a therapist, a counselor, a social worker who has a background in therapy, it is very effective for preventing suicide, for preventing worsening of these symptoms. Having that person that you talk to laugh a lot. My husband and I focus a lot on laughing. Yep. So all these things, Freebird, all these things that we mentioned can be very helpful for both you and your family. Fishing. Milton, is it too cold to fish right now, or can you still do that? Watching scopes like this. That's right, Michelle. Watching scopes and seeing that you aren't alone. Herbs, aromatherapy. Very good, Michelle. Excellent. Yeah. Yes, if one thing doesn't help, recreational shooting, aggression, that gets that anger out. That's right. Recreational shooting at the shooting range. Don't just go outside and do things in your backyard. Go to an official shooting range, get certified, get your license, do what you got to do. All right, guys. What other things can be helpful? So we talked about Siggy caps. We talked about depression. We talked about some natural and pharmaceutical ways. Thank you so much for giving me hearts, guys. I appreciate that and sharing this. clearly depression, suicide, all of that, higher rates during this time of the year. Please check on your loved ones, check on your friends. If you haven't heard from somebody, if you see that someone is feeling low, there are, if you Google suicide hotlines, emergency crisis center hotlines, please get people the help, get yourself the help that you need. It's a serious matter. Take it very seriously. All right. No. Go to the shooting range and get your certification and do what you got to do. Yeah. Be safe, Cheryl. So yes, protect those around you. Go and talk. Boost endorphins. Yeah. So we talked about carbs, free burning, but you don't want to overdo the carbs. Caffeine, caffeine gives me a boost. Not everybody can do caffeine, but I drink my coffee throughout the day and it makes me feel better, more energized. All right, guys, what else should we talk about? Tell me. So I'm your Wednesday afternoon person. Absolutely. Thank God, Free to Laugh. That's right. Free from depression for 30 years. Congratulations. Keep it off you. And if you notice that, symptoms start to slip back in, then catch it. Go talk to somebody. Get it under control. What do you guys want to talk about next week? Next week will be right before Christmas, right? Yes. So yeah, in cold weather, yeah, I do more inside stuff for exercise when it's cold. So Zumba classes inside, treadmill inside. Yeah, but still be able to maybe have a window you can see outside if there's a lot of sunlight. So, next Wednesday, what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about something mental health related? Do you want to talk about something medically related? I'm a family doc. Milton is my friend, y'all, if y'all can tell. Milton is telling me to remind everyone, if you are in the Triangle area, I have a women's conference coming up in January the 7th. That's the first Saturday of the new year. It's called New Year, New You, Naturally Exceptional Women, not just for women, but it's, centered around women. Women's health, mental health, entrepreneurship. Yes, I hear you, S. Rob. Okay, I see that, Freebird. ny.ticketleap.com is the website. We would love to have you purchase tickets, free, food, live music, more than 20 vendors, 9 speakers, real talk from real men panel. It's going to be great. So come on out. Ooh, that's a whole other conversation. Joyfully Me. We're going to talk about that next week. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Cheryl. Master Side. Y'all asking good questions. I might have to talk about these things next week. So yes, leave your suggestions for next week and following weeks. If we don't get to talk about your topic next week, I might look at, I'm not good with wrapping presents either, Free to Laugh now. So you wouldn't want me to go take your presents to a department store, get them wrapped for free. Thank you guys so much. I am DocSwiner. Please join us next week. DocSwiner is my name. Join me on all social media. I will be back. I should come and, I haven't been on my own personal Periscope page in a couple of weeks, but thank you so much, S. Rod. But I'm going to try to get more active there. I save up all my goodies for my PeriGirls broadcast, so that's why I don't get on. But I try to get on my personal Periscope page at DocSwiner on the weekends too. Thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing this out. Be good to one another. Be good to yourself. Happy holidays. And God willing, I will see you next week. Okay. ny.ticketleap.com. New Year, New You. Have a blessed day.